Yeah, I don't mind.
Danrock adjusts his jacket before addressing you.
Now then, Lord Captain, shall we get to business? We have a number of items to go over. First and foremost, I have news about your subjects. In the time that you were gone, the servants of House von Valancius have toiled tirelessly in their service to you and for the benefit of the entire Trade Protectorate. Once word of your return reaches every von Valancius world, why, the masses will be ecstatic. Never before has the Expanse known a leader as merciful as you. The fanatics of the Creed may whisper about the heresies of the mind burgeoning under your rule, but your benevolence has forever captured the souls of millions of ordinary subjects. The Expanse is in flames, your lordship. Squadrons and smaller groups of despicable Drukhari raid our systems. The cult of the Final Dawn has emerged in full force, wreaking havoc everywhere. We've heard rumors of the fall of Santiel's pride, House Corda's world, an outrageous sacrilege, given how abundant and inexpensive Promethium is there.
Strife has broken out between House Winterscale and House Corda. Chaos reigns everywhere. Only the esteemed Lord Inquisitor is trying to fight it, concentrating all available forces at Footfall to draw them into a fist that will smash the rampaging heretics and Xenos vermin.
So what kind of Xenox are attacking the Expanse?
Drukhari, your lordship. Their squadrons, both large and small, are invading the Expanse, unleashing carnage on planets, taking captives by the thousands, and attacking ships. It is as if something has poked their nest, if you will, and now they are lashing out.
How fare the wards of my dynasty?
The heretics' malicious acts make it difficult to maintain astropathic contact with the colonies. The cult of the Final Dawn strikes everywhere, and their sleeper agents are active on every planet. On Viabo 6, a mutiny was crushed after a group of newly arrived prisoners succumbed to blasphemous propaganda. But other worlds stand firm against the onslaught of the enemies of humanity and do not succumb to their pernicious influence.
So Xavier Calcazar is leading the defense?
Exactly. The esteemed Lord Inquisitor Calcazar has declared himself warden of the Koronus Expanse and issued orders to requisition troops. He has made Footfall his base of operations, as it was the most logistically convenient point. From there, his fleet strikes throughout the Expanse, destroying the forces of the cult of the Final Dawn and the abominable Drukhari. He may be all that currently stands in the way of the Expanse being reduced to ashes. When heretics laid siege to Euphrates II, the hallowed forge of the Cognizance fleet, the Lord Inquisitor sent an enormous force. Now they and the Explorator squadrons recalled from the front lines stand together against the heretics in the battle for the sacred planet.
So what is the source of the strife between Incendia and Caligos?
When the esteemed Lord Inquisitor called upon the rogue traders to join his forces, her ladyship Incendia Corda heeded the summons, while his lordship Caligos Winterscale ignored it. Rumor has it that his refusal was defiant in manner, and served as a pretext for Lady Corda to declare war on House Winterscale. Winterscale's ships are being hunted and his worlds occupied under the pretense of compelling them to submit to the Imperial Creed. Surprisingly, for all his love of fighting, Winterscale is in no hurry to defend his domain. According to intercepted astropathic messages, he and his retinue are currently on Quetzaltemur hunting down a Xenos fleet Eldari, by all appearances.
So is there anything else I should know?
The factotum lowers his head in thought.
There have been other minor developments. If you so wish, I will gladly bring you up to speed on the bridge. I would not want them to take any time away from this occasion.
Okay, thank you for the report.
Lord Captain.
The houses are fighting.
Abelard bows his head.
Allow me to make a request. A personal one.
Go on.
While you were away, the choirmaster received an astropathic message from Dargonus. It concerns my family. The Wersirians have been accused of treason against House von Valancius.
What? How is that possible?
I cannot comprehend it.
The seneschal shakes his head helplessly.
The Wersirians have served the rogue trader dynasty loyally for generations. This is hard to admit, but the news has come as a crushing blow.
Oh yeah, for me too. What's going on?
The accusations were leveled by, or on behalf of, the Drivestems, the governing house. Under normal circumstances, the investigation would not have required your involvement, and my entire family would have been, but being of noble stock, the Wersirians are entitled under an ancient custom to petition for a rogue trader's personal protection once in a generation. Your personal protection, Lord Captain.
Abelard raises his gaze to you.
Do not deny us that honor, I implore you.
So Abelard, what if your family is guilty? Tell the choirmaster to send a message to Dargonus saying I will personally take part of the investigation. I'm sorry, Abelard, I refuse to of her house were sent. No. Yeah, I'm gonna go and help you.
Abelard breathes a sigh of relief and seems to grow an inch or two taller.
It will be done, Lord Captain.
Idira hurriedly enters the study, sniffling and hunching her shoulders. She looks haggard. There are bags under her eyes. Her hair is disheveled, and her hands quiver slightly every few moments. With some effort, she focuses her eyes on you and forces a crooked smile.
Thank you for agreeing to hear me out, Lord Captain. Here is the deal. After all that happened recently, the voices in my head suddenly flared up and started gabbling worse than before. Don't get the wrong idea, I'm handling them just fine. But I think I know of a way I can get them to settle down a bit. I keep having the same vision over and over again. I'm walking down a corridor and there is this door at the end. And I just know the right behind that door is blissful silence. All I've got to do is reach out and open it. So I touch it with my fingers, I can feel the cold, rough metal. And then I suddenly snap out of it and I always find myself staring at the wall in some compartment or other. I look behind me and all the doors on the way are open, but I have no memory of how I got there. Lord Captain, I'll cut to the chase. Please help me find that door. I'm not joking, this is a matter of life and death. My gut tells me it's my last chance to deal with my powers, and if I don't... She trails off. So before I make my decisions, I have questions to ask you. We will find this door. I give you my word. We have to find that door. You are too unstable out of the question. Yeah, before I make my decision... Actually, I don't need to make any decision. Of course I'm gonna go and help her. We will find this door. I give you my word.
Some of the darkness in Idira's eyes clears, and her smile widens slightly.
Thank you, Lord Captain. I knew you wouldn't leave me in a bind. As soon as I sense we're close, I'll let you know right away.
Rel,
Heinrix gives you a curt nod in greeting.
I apologize for barging in unannounced. I have received news that I must discuss with you face to face. You may recall that I mentioned that Achilles.
Heinrix pauses before continuing.
That Achilles Scalander was transferred into my remit by a colleague. The colleague in question has contacted me. She requires my immediate assistance.
So who is this colleague?
Heinrix hesitates for a moment before answering.
Emelina Lichtenhart, sage to the Lord Inquisitor.
Okay, tell me more about Emelina. Who is she?
An acolyte who was assigned a different range of objectives in the Koronus Expanse.
Heinrix trails off, then shakes his head.
Throne take me, I am still trying to hide information from you even when I am asking for your help. Emelina is a sage. A unique acolyte of the Inquisition who can absorb huge amounts of knowledge and store it in her own memory more securely than any data crypt. She entered the Lord Inquisitor's retinue before even I did. Talking to her is a strange experience, but that is barely scratching the surface of who she is. Emelina is an incredible scholar, an expert on the forbidden and the illicit. And, of course, she is a loyal servant of the Golden Throne.
So you say talking to her is a strange experience. What does that mean?
Heinrix locks his fingers and says nothing for a few seconds.
Since birth, Emelina has been different from other people. Specialists from the Inquisition enhanced her natural gift of hypermnesia. There are certain procedures that can be done. She creates separate blocks of memory, which she can then lock under a code word or even overwrite with new information. She can organize her mind like a normal person arranges boxes on a shelf. One box might contain information about a recent mission in the Calixis, another the latest decrees of the Lex Imperialis, and another her own childhood memories. This level of compartmentalization might seem somewhat insane to the untrained eye, but it is the price one must pay to turn an ordinary servant into a useful tool of the Inquisition.
So you said the forbidden and the illicit. What does that entail?
Emelina carries knowledge that is forbidden to common servants of the Imperium. She carries this knowledge within herself, as it cannot be entrusted to logs or cogitators.
Heinrix frowns.
I said before that acolytes of the Inquisition must shoulder a heavy burden to come into contact with things that can penetrate and corrupt the soul. For sages, this is an especially trying ordeal. Emelina's hypermnesia has been enhanced so that she now remembers everything she sees, however briefly. After many years of service, she has examined and seen enough to become an unrivaled expert in this field.
So you speak of her with obvious affection.
Heinrix gives you a crooked smile.
Emelina was something of a mentor to me. She helped me when I had only just joined the Lord Inquisitor's circle. She taught me psi techniques to maintain my focus and equanimity. She trained me in the finer details of working with archives and data crypts. She gave me the chance to unwind a little in my post by playing games of regicide with her.
So you failed to mention that Calcazar has other agents operating in the Koronus Expanse. Yeah.
I didn't fail to mention it, I deliberately concealed the information. Divulging the location of the Inquisition's agents could threaten not only the acolytes themselves, but also the results of their endeavors.
Okay, I believe I have a clear picture of Emelina now. What was her message?
Emelina's message is incomplete and distorted. It is impossible to make sense of every word. The only thing we know for certain is that an acolyte of the Inquisition is asking me to go immediately to Fton 4, a remote planet. In her message, she seems to be requesting either military support or help with an evacuation, but whatever precipitated this request, Emelina would not make it if it weren't absolutely necessary. I know a rogue trader has more than enough other matters to deal with. Nevertheless, I would like to officially request the Lord Captain's assistance in dealing with this issue.
Heinrix inclines his head.
I have no authority to demand anything from House von Valancius, therefore I am confining myself to a request for the sake of the Koronus Expanse and the Imperium.
So how did you circumvent me and acquire the information from astropathic message?
The interrogator's eyebrows lift.
Lord Captain, a rogue trader may be in a position to challenge the Inquisition's authority over their soul, mind, and actions. But a rogue trader's astropaths and vox officers? Hardly.
So is there any hint of what exactly is threatening Fton 4?
Heinrix says nothing for a time, then begins to speak, slowly, as though he is fighting against resistance.
For the avoidance of leaks, the details of the objectives of specific acolytes shall remain a secret. All I can tell you is that the primary threat that Emelina was dealing with in the Koronus Expanse was Xenos. In particular, Drukhari raids on distant systems. A sage is ideally suited for gathering data about the chronology of this problem and finding appropriate methods for combating it. As for what Emelina is doing on Fton 4 specifically, I don't know. I don't even know any details about the world itself, only that there are humans there, so either it has been colonized or a garrison has been established there. The cult of the Final Dawn has been my top priority here, and my investigation has given me no cause to turn my attention to that planet.
So if I help you, what do I get out of it? Yeah, are you certain you are asking for my help for the sake of the Imperium and not because one of your own is in trouble? I shall help you. We shall go to Fton 4 and put an end on this threat. Yeah, are you certain you are asking for my help for the sake of the Imperium and not because one of your own is in trouble?
Every agent of the Golden Throne is an insignificant cog in a system designed to protect the Imperium of man. My responsibility to respond expeditiously to threats against our kind guides my every action.
Heinrix pauses.
That same responsibility rarely brings with it the chance to save a fellow agent's life. I will not lie and say that I am not glad to have this chance today.
Yeah, Heinrix, you kind of did things behind my back, so I'm not gonna be too nice with you. So, if I help you, what do I get out of it? Normally I wouldn't, but...
Saving an inhabited world is not sufficient incentive for you?
Heinrix tuts in disappointment.
I imagine the planet's inhabitants would be willing to part with all their worldly possessions in exchange for aid. Of course, you will receive whatever requisitioned resources I and Emelina deem not to be dangerous or prohibited by the Holy Inquisition.
Okay, I shall help you. We shall go to Fton 4 and put an end to this threat.
Heinrix bows.
Thank you, Lord Captain. I am confident that this minor deviation from our primary course will help to stem the spread of anarchy in the Koronus Expanse, if only slightly. At the very least, we won't be outflanked. I have already spoken to the navigation crew and provided them with the coordinates of Fton 4. We can set a course for it as soon as you give the order. Enough, Xenos. Justice will be done one way or another.
Heinrix's voice drips with venom.
Slither all you like, heretic spawn, but you will never leave this ship unscathed.
The bridge is enveloped in an unusual silence. The officers on duty are huddling in the corners, looking on curiously at what is transpiring in the center.
So, Heinrix, what punishment awaits him who failed to realize his own acolyte was a traitor? Yeah, what's going on? Yeah.
Catching sight of you, the curious crew members dash to their posts, leaving only the senior officers in the middle of the bridge.
Yeah?
For how long are you going to tolerate this filth on your ship, Rel? This foul traitor, who has already dragged you into the darkness once, and who almost left your protectorate without its sovereign.
Rogue traitor.
Heinrix's voice makes your blood run cold.
Has Eldari heresy clouded your judgment? Treachery always means death either for the traitor or the one betrayed. You almost died in Kamarak. Your retinue, you know what became of them. Is it not high time that justice was done?
Those present nod wordlessly, but do not dare to interfere.
Now this is a fine spectacle. The inhuman gets what she deserves. Let us all watch and laugh.
Earliet does not react to the curses being slung at her. With an imperturbable expression, she watches the crowd before her, then turns her gaze to you.
So anyone else wants to share their thoughts? I think you may have forgotten who gives the orders on this ship. How dare you burst into bridge and make demands of me? Iliad is here to stay as part of my retinue. Get used to it. Iliad will now apologize to everyone who was harmed by her deed, and that will be enough. Iliad will receive corporal punishment, as many lashes as her body can endure without expiring. Give Iliad to Heinrix. Do me a favor, Heinrix, execute Iliad. Would you be so kind, Sister Argenta? Okay, anyone else wants to share their thoughts?
You know, Lord Captain. I will support any order you give, but to keep the Xenos in the retinue, especially after everything.
Abelard casts a tense look at the lower bridge.
After everything that has transpired because of her, it would not be wise.
The enemies of humanity have no place among humans. You know this.
Cash's hands shake a little, and she clenches her fists.
But death is far too merciful a sentence. What I endured was far more terrible. Vilurliet does not deserve death. For her, it would be a release from her sorrowful lot of being an unclean Xenos.
Murderous rage flashes in Cabello's black eyes.
But we do deserve her death, as payment for what we have endured.
Earliet blankly surveys the crowd.
Yeah, so Iliad is here to stay as part of my retinue. Get used to it. Iliad will now apologize to everyone who was harmed by her deed, and that will be enough. Yes.
Earliet's face contorts in a mix of emotions, from anger and hatred to dejection and despair. But soon, she musters her courage and in a stilted, barely audible voice, says,
My words will not heal the wounds on your bodies. And still, I regret what you had to endure. Because of me.
Words will not fix what has been done.
The interrogator grips his weapon, but he hesitates, shifting his intense gaze from you to the Xenos, and then back.
The Xenos' apologies ring hollow. There is neither repentance nor truth to them.
Disappointed by the outcome of the confrontation, the officers present slowly return to their duties.
So, are you alright? They will forgive you, not all of them and not right away, but they will. Do you really not care about what happened, or are you trying to conceal your true feelings again? Yeah, they will forgive you, not all of them and not right away, but they will. Stop it. You cannot believe that, Elentak. And I do not need words of comfort. The words of this monkey do not touch my soul. Only your thoughts matter, yours and mine. So, are you alright?
Earliet shrugs uncertainly.
Your Monkey have had it worse. I will live, and the wounds of my soul will eventually heal. They will live too, but their souls will forever bleed painful memories.
Yeah, so do you really not care about what happened, or are you trying to conceal your true feelings again? Yeah, it is time to go back to work. Yeah, let's put this one behind us, Iliad.
Earliet nods and gestures elegantly before leaving.
Until we meet again, Elentak. May the darkness scatter into a myriad of new stars before you.
Okay, Ooh, everyone leveled up again. Okay, so what do we have? Ooh, again. So, ooh. This one is a little bit, it's less. So, which one? You are the tech. Use. Yep. So you'll go with this. And this. Oh, we already picked a lot. Okay, is anything recommended? No. So, binding purpose. Automedicate? No. Familiar? No. Battle. Chain maw. This is different. So, okay, it's a different one. So I want armor. Where is the armor? Ammunition bags. But I like Norse attack. I want armor. Where is the armor? Weakest link. Endless. Brothers in arms. Prepare prosecution. Once per turn, the arbiter can throw a grenade. Nope. Shield block. Yeah. The arbiter gains toughness. Okay, so this goes here. And now let's see. So binding purpose. So as long as the arbiter has more than 90% wounds. Yeah, I'm between this and this. But this one adds life, HP. And it has a shield. And it's half their equipped shields block. Yep. You get this. I mean, this is pretty rare, but this it's persistent, kind of like during a fight. Okay, good. You, Abelard, here. So you, which one? I think you are the athletics old man. Yep. Okay. And doing my part, evasive maneuver. Yeah. No heresy, stronger together. Defensive. Offensive, overwhelming protection. Punish the imprudent once per round whenever enemy that consider vanguard or priority. No. No critical hits, deal less damage to the vanguard. This is interesting. Allies affected by any vanguard ability gain armor. Taunting event. The vanguard gains 21% against enemy that consider the vanguard priority. Whenever the vanguard hits an enemy with an attack opportunity, the enemy must make a willpower resistance test. On a failed test, the vanguard becomes his enemy priority. Whenever an attack made by an ally hits the vanguard for the first time in a round, that attack deals no damage. Oh my. Oh, so the first time it hits, that attack deals no damage to the vanguard. Ooh. And this one also, the Wall of Rock crit, now grants an additional 8 temp. Yeah, but this, unflinching. Oh, you get this. We are not even debating. And you,
Available talents.
Or this. So, where do you excel? Let's see. 45. Okay, demolition. Okay. And this. No preferences. Okay. Oh, there are not many. We got them. At the start of the bounty hunter's turn, they gain 2 MP for each ally who is adjacent. That's not. Whenever an ally kills prey, the bounty hunter gains half the bonuses. This is interesting. Savor the kill. Whenever the prey that is not being trailed is killed by an ally, the bounty hunter gains. Okay, retaliate. Whenever prey deals damage to the bounty hunter ally, the bounty hunter gains damage against that prey for 2 rounds. So whenever the prey deals damage to the bounty hunter's ally, the bounty hunter... Oh, this is good. So I mark them on a prey. If they hit any of my allies, I can do more damage to that one. It's like a punishment. The bounty hunter allies gain 8% crit hit against enemies affected with 1 or more prey. Oh yeah. Pierce and ruin. Each enemy affected by piercing shot has their armor reduced. No. Whenever the bounty hunter kills prey whose difficulty tier, the bounty hunter gains 2 AP. Hunter, yeah, this is okay. Hunter ambush. When bounty hunter performs a single shot. Okay, this is rare. Cold blood removes. Expert finesse. Whenever the bounty hunter kills an enemy whose difficulty is 4 or higher, the bounty reloads that weapon and attacks the closest enemy in their line of sight. Okay, this is good. Cut the chase. Cut to the chase. Whenever the bounty hunter scores a crit hit, for the first time they gain so much target's difficulty tier movement points. This is good because we know how to deal crits. Whenever the bounty hunter kills an enemy with a crit hit, all allies in a 7-cell radius around the target gains so much crit hit chance until the end of the combat. Yeah, this is also claim. If claim the bounty kills an enemy, no, catch. Whenever the bounty hunter hits an enemy with an attack, they inflict the catch effect. What does it mean, catch? At the start of bounty hunter's turn, this target suffers a stacking penalty to their armor and dodge. Once the catch moves or suffers damage, the catch effect and penalties are removed. Oh. Okay. Litany of purification. No. No. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. So I want that one where the prey. Yeah, so the bounty hunter allies gain 8% crit. So this is the highest priority for me. The bounty scores a crit. Yeah, we go with this. So the bounty hunter allies gain 8% crit hit chance